pleased to welcome Cynthia to the Breakout family today. Cynthia, thank you for showing up today and being part of our February issue. For a quick kind of introduction, Cynthia is a Canadian Christian artist coming to us from North Vancouver here in the Vancouver area. Cynthia is a songwriter and a worship leader, and I think once you hear her music, you're going to see that her music is really marked with honesty and depth and a real quiet strength. Um, and Cynthia, your work has been recognized nationally, winner of 2 Covenant Awards, I believe, and were nominated as the Spiritual Artist of the Year by the Western Canada Music Association. Did I get that right?
Yep, you did. Yes.
Very
Thank you so
good.
much for having me.
Very good. Well, we love to talk to artists that both cross over that line of worship leader, singer songwriter, and artist. Give us a little background, Cynthia. What was your journey in even being attracted to songwriting and performing, but also being a worship leader with congregations? Give us a little taste of that journey.
Yeah, totally. So the journey began in 2003. So basically at that time, it was 2004 where my pastor, she spoke words over me. And so she said, like, Cynthia, I see you singing and I see you when you're singing that people's hearts would be unhardened. And then she also said something along the lines of I see you composing music. So she used that old school term of I see you composing music like Darlene Check sort of thing. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then so when she said that to me, I found that really interesting because I was like, I'm totally not a creative person, like in my eyes. Like I was
Yeah,
studying, yeah, I was studying to be an accountant. And so, and
that's a big
English,
difference.
yeah, it's like numbers,
Wow.
numbers versus English and poetry. And I wasn't like a big reader like growing up, and I really struggled with like poetry and English and all that kind of stuff, even though I was born here. But yeah, so anyways, I did take her words to heart, and I thought that they came from the Lord. And so I tried. So I tried writing my first song in 2006. And then because our church was quite small, and I was really close to her, she gave me the opportunity to sing my own songs at church. And so
Nice.
I experimented on the congregation with the first song that I ever wrote, and it was called "Create in Me a Clean Heart," based on Psalm 51. And it was crickets; like there was no feedback.
That's
And so I was like,
terrible.
yeah. And so I was like, okay, am I supposed to do this? And then basically, to make a long story short, from 2006 onwards, like there's been a like times where I thought I was just going to give up and like I don't think this is from the Lord, and I was asking for certain signs, and like those signs didn't happen. And so I was like, oh, okay, God, I think you made a mistake here. And
Yeah,
I
of
wasn't quite sure.
course.
And I've kind of digressed, but that's kind of how my journey started with songwriting. But then throughout that journey, I have had the opportunity to lead worship at not the church that I'm part of now, but in my previous church. I was part of that church um, for since its inception, because my pastor, she started her own church and I was with her for like 15 years. And so
Wow.
so she gave me the opportunity to sing my own songs, and she was like my biggest cheerleader, and she was the one who said, yeah, that Cynthia sing, and Cynthia write music and stuff. And so I would sing my own songs at church. And so it kind of it went together. So yeah, does that answer your question? I skipped a lot
Absolutely.
in between, but yeah,
I'm sure there was. Now, did she actually say Darlene Check?
she actually did say Darlene
Yeah.
Check.
Well, I don't see you and Darlene in the same well, I mean, you're both very talented, but the music you have is much different than Darlene's. And I got to tell
Totally.
you, your release All to You is a terrific song.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it really spoke to me. The production value is excellent. Um, Very mature song. Did you write that?
Yes. Yeah. So that's my previous songs have been kind of like more story based type of songs, like coming from um there's been periods of time where I was going through a lot, and the Lord was doing a lot of healing and deliverance. And so a lot of those previous songs were kind of more like that. And this song, All to You, I wrote it with Joshua Leventhal. I brought him a finished song, and then he helped to refine the song with me. But this song is, I would categorize it as pure vertical worship. Like you can sing it in the
Yes.
congregation. Um, so yes, it is a song that I've written, and it's the process and journey behind that song is kind of what the Lord has taken me through in these last 4 to 5 years. So yeah,
I did not know that Jonathan was a part of this. We've had him, Joshua rather. Joshua
yeah,
Leventhal was a featured worship leader in a past issue of Breakout, and he's the best. Now, have you done a
yes.
music video on All to You?
No, I have not.
Are you planning on it? It would be a great song for that.
Well, I am planning on, if finances work out, I'm planning on having an album release party and recording it live. And so if everything works out, if I can get, yeah, if finances work out and I can get a venue and all that kind of stuff, then I'm going to sing that song and then have it live. So it'll be a live music video
I definitely want to be a part
recording.
of that. Yeah, that
You will
sounds
get an
fantastic.
invite.
Very good. We've established that. That's fantastic. Um, so do you, when you do write, do you often write with somebody else like you did with Joshua?
In the past, I wrote solo just because I was trying to find a community and I just didn't even know where to look. And so it was in the recent years that I started collaborating. I took a coaching program with a guy named Chris Greenwood. His stage name is Manifest. So he's like a Christian rock artist. And so
Sure.
he he gave me the advice to collaborate with larger artists or artists who are just further along in the journey just to help so that my music could be heard more potentially through those collaborations. And so the first collaboration I did was with Jake Fretz. And so we wrote, it was My Home. And so I brought Jake, like and that was in 2003, I think, or 2002.
Hmm.
I finished the song and then I gave it to him, and he was like, I would consider it if certain things changed. And then so I was like open to like changing the song with him. And so he was like the first collaboration. And so he sang on the song, and then um we won the GMA Covenant Award with that song.
Yeah, so it was with
Yeah.
Jake that you won that award. That's what I recall.
Yeah. Yeah. So fast forward, most of my songs are done in collaboration. It's like I'll usually finish off the song, like I'll have a complete idea. Like I'll finish all of my songs. But then whether or not I want to refine them is the question. And so
Yeah.
usually, yeah. So with those ones, I do invite other writers in, just to just another just another eye. But actually, Arise and Shine, that one was just me. That one I wrote just myself, and then my earlier stuff like The Breaker and Holy Devoted, those were just all me. So yeah,
Well, All to You is definitely on Worship Road Radio right now. It's getting great feedback. So, congratulations on that. And it does sound different than some of your earlier music. You can tell the
yeah.
maturity that's coming through. So, you mentioned Darlene Check. Let me
Yes.
ask you, who do you listen to? Who do you like? If you could go to any worship concert, who are the top three you'd like to go to?
Oh, I don't know if I could do top three, but I've been to Brandon Lake's concert. So
Okay,
Brandon Lake,
it's hard to beat that.
yeah, Bethel Music, Upper Room. So
Hmm.
those are three, which are
Yeah.
complete. Yeah, and Corey Asbury, I love his stuff as well.
Oh, he's very good. Did you
Yeah,
hear his album of covers?
no, I have not.
Yeah, you got to check that out. That's really good. And free promotion. Bethel just announced they're coming to Vancouver in April. Did you see that?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
No, I did not.
Yes. So excited about that, of course. for our Canadian community. So, speaking of Canada, we have a lot of readers in the US and we have a lot of readers here in Canada. But starting this journey of yours in Canada, here on the West Coast, without necessarily the resources that a lot of songwriters and artists have in the States, how has that been in your journey? How do you see the Canadian uh, culture and structure to support a growing artist like yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely thankful for GMA Canada. I know it's going through some restructuring and they're trying to figure out things, but
Sure.
that community has actually been a real huge support for me. And so Jake Fretz was the one who introduced me to that community. And through that, yeah, there's been a lot of connections, and that's how I've met you, Scott, as well.
Yep.
So I'm really grateful for that. And yeah, I've been calling up a lot of the radio stations across Canada, and I am definitely finding that there is more support there. I've talked to a lot of the station managers, and a few of them. One of them actually prayed for me, and he was just encouraging me and just pointing me to resources. And another one was trying to see if he could connect me with World Vision, because in terms of like potential future tours and all those kinds of things, or like how to even do that as an
Yeah.
independent artist with no with a smaller following and all that kind of stuff. So I do see that happening in Canada. People are coming together. I feel like in BC it's still like, even when we had like a GMA call just for BC, but a lot of people I feel are like just doing their own thing, and everyone's really busy. So that's the thing, everyone's really busy. And
Yes.
if you've made it, you're very busy. And so like to be able to like help others who are not there yet to go along on their journey, that's been a bit difficult. But so yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, you're kind of the poster child for the emerging artists that we're trying to feature here at Breakout and also on Worship Road Radio, because it's very difficult, as you know better than me, it's very difficult to break through. Yet music like that comes from your portfolio, uh, it touches hearts. It's great music, yet very few people can find it. So I'm very thrilled that you're part of this issue, because I think a lot of people are going to be introduced to Cynthia Lok and add you to their playlists, and that's that's going to be used by the Lord in ways that we'll never know. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
So
I'm really
tell
grateful. Thank you.
what's in store for 2026, Cynthia?
2026 right now. Oh yeah, right now we're in 2026, right?
Yes, we are. Believe it or not.
I am slowly releasing my singles leading up to the release of the full album, and I'm aiming for September 2026. And so yeah, the first single I dropped was in October in 2025, and then I just dropped All to You, and I have
Oh,
a sorry, did you say something or was that
no,
feedback? Okay.
no, I'm thinking, but
Uh,
I didn't say anything.
Yep, so that's the plan. It's to release the songs, do as much as I can on socials to promote that, bringing a few of them to the radio stations, and yeah, that's the plan. And so 2026, I'll have a album release party and get that recorded, and then 2027 would be working on the music videos and releasing those online, and yeah, just sharing that with the online world.
Very good.
So that's the plan.
You know what I did not hear is anything about a tour. So, best case scenario, when can our readers find a time to see Cynthia Lok in concert?
Well, that's something that I've been trying to figure that part out. It's been really hard as an emerging artist. Last year, I was able to contact a few churches, people that I know who are who's like the pastor or like the worship director. And so because of that relationship, they opened the door for me to minister and to share my songs in their churches. But for 2026 so far, it's been crickets. So it's been a bit hard in terms of reaching out to churches and to see if they would be open to having me. So I think that's something that we were going to discuss with Scott to
We will
see if there
definitely
would be.
discuss it.
Yes, because I
Yes.
would love to, but I just don't know how that would work. For sure, it would be my album release party. Like I'll have tickets on Ticketmaster. They're going to be free, and it's going to be
Nice.
part. Yeah, it'll be free, but if people want to donate, they can. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that definitely in 2026 and 2027 and just beyond, like how to do that piece. And so, yeah.
Listen, you're in good company. Many emerging artists are exactly where you are. And as you know, Josh Leventhal just did his first large tour, and it was a
Yeah.
great success. And I know that you're going to be there very soon. So, last question, and that is, who would you say is your role model?
Wow. That's who is my
Let's
role model? Wow. Well, I am really grateful for my church community. So, my pastor, his name is Ryan Johnson, and his wife, Sarah Johnson. I'm just really in awe of how they live their lives and just the journey that God has brought them through. And so I'm really honored to be a part of that community. A lot of people in that community yeah, are my role models. So I'm grateful.
Well, that's a great answer, and I know that they're rooting for you too. I can't wait to work with you more, but thank you for being a part of this. And I know that again, a lot of people are going to say, "Well, who was that again?" I've got to add that to my playlist. And once again, congratulations on All to You. What a great song!
Thank you
Great
so
song.
much, Scott. Thank you.
Okay, I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye. Thank you.